King Charles is coming to Australia in October. Among other things, he'll be giving us a global warming message. And if that isn't woke enough, he's dropping the word walkabout that the royals use for meeting crowds, dropping it supposedly out of respect for Aborigines. Joining me from London is Patrick Christys, star presenter for GB News. Patrick, great to see you again after your break. Look, is this really necessary? I mean, walkabout is actually an English word chosen by the Queen for an English concept, meeting the public. And what's so offensive about it? I would have thought using, if it's seen as a tribute to Aboriginal words or language or something, that would be good.
Yeah, I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, really. And this is a sign, yet again, I hate to say, of the King getting absolutely terrible advice from woke advisors. And the only thing that it fuels is this idea of historical wrongs of the monarchy, and it chips away at the integrity of our royal family. I mean, I went for a little walkabout this morning. Little did I know I was desecrating Aboriginal culture, but here we are anyway. It's the latest in a long line of this stuff. He apologised, or was told to apologise, to some Caribbean nations for the historical wrongs of the slave trade. Shock, horror, loads of those still want to leave the Commonwealth. There was a lady whose real name was Marlene Headley, who changed her name to Ngozi Fulani and wore African dress, went to the palace, and an elderly person at the palace said to her, "Oh, where are you really from?" Well, that fueled a load of claims that the royal family was racist. The royal family apologised. Shock, horror, as far as she was concerned, the royal family was still racist. Charles has come out and said, diversity is our greatest strength. Well, over the weekend, we had another pro-Palestine march here where someone holding a Union Jack flag had that ripped out of their hands. That might raise some questions about that. The Koh-i-Noor diamond, they refused to wear that. Shock, horror, the Indians are still very angry. And, of course, the environment that you mentioned there, which I think we will all be listening to, his lecture to the Australian people on the environment. Appeasement doesn't work. All it does is highlight certain historical quotes unquote wrongs and add fuel to the fire for people who want to do away with the monarchy.
I think you hit the nail on the head there. There was a nice moment though when the King met the New Zealand women's rugby team, which asked him for a hug. Here he is.
A hug? Yeah. Why not?
That was lovely. But I've got to say, Patrick, there was another video this week that delighted a lot of people but worried me, and that was the video from Catherine, Princess of Wales, saying she was on the mend, it was being difficult but she was getting through it. I wondered why it was so very, very highly produced, why Kate didn't say it in an interview, for instance, or go out in public. And I wonder if in fact she is far more ill than people think and has a cancer that's actually very serious, maybe bowel cancer, for instance.
Yeah, look, I think you're absolutely bang on the money there. The British press, for the main, absolutely lapped that video up. What a great thing. And yeah, the video was nice, and it was great to see her, and it was great to see her in a family setting. Don't get me wrong. But it was what she didn't say, wasn't it? She didn't say her actual overall treatment is over. She didn't say, as far as I could tell, that she was cancer-free now, or really, I think, that she was in remission. And those things are deeply, deeply concerning. I will caveat that by saying it is every single individual's right to be as open or otherwise about their own personal medical history. There is a grey area with that when I think it does come to our royal family. She did offer a ray of hope, though. She did appear to say that she's going to be back at royal duties quite soon, which indicates that maybe she is feeling well enough to do that. And it gave a wonderful insight, really, albeit, potentially staged, but a wonderful insight into her relationship with William and the kids. Because if we cast our minds back all those months ago when the news first broke about her cancer diagnosis, etc., and that she was withdrawing from public life, there were a lot of absolutely vile and disgusting rumours doing the rounds about what could, quotes unquote, really be going on there. So in a way, I think that video did more good than harm. But you're right, it's what she didn't say that is quite worrying.